What up, everybody? I have a busy day, and all of a sudden I gotta come on here at 3:30 and get drunk for Drink and Grow Rich. It's goddamn inconvenient. Catch Brandon. Throw it back. Brandon lost 12 pounds. And you still got a way to go, but 12 pounds down? Feeling good?
Yeah, feeling what? A lot better.
You were pumped when you weighed in, right?
Yeah, it was a lot better than I thought it would be.
Brandon was 442 pounds. Now he's 430 pounds. Pretty soon he's gonna be 420.
And then
410. You can be 180. 180 is like my healthy weight.
I don't think I've ever been 180 in my life.
You never been 180, not even when you came out the womb? You came out the womb 181?
Yeah.
What up, Fenny, Jeff, Shelby? What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday. Getting married in a week from today. Am I gonna go live for Drink and Grow Rich while I'm getting ready for the wedding? I have no idea. 1 week, Jeff, you excited? We're gonna have like 80 something people. And can't wait. It's gonna be great. So excited. But yeah, my favorite thing about Drink and Grow Rich is that I have no idea what I'm about to talk about for the next hour. But we get into some good conversations. Ask me a question. Fenny, are you on The Simpsons with that yellow hand? I hate when people do the yellow emoji. Like I like when black people do the black emoji, white people do the white emoji. I like when people do like their actual skin colors. I probably said that before. But I waved at everyone. I hate the yellow hand. It's so weird. It's like The Simpsons. Brandon, what'd you just ask me, Brandon? If I think people should have sex before marriage?
Well, so what you think about people who don't have sex before marriage?
Oh yeah, so they're weird. Get all the boys and some content next week before the wedding. Yeah, that's true. Around 3:30. So the ceremony's at 5:30, and the groomsmen are getting there probably to the wedding place, probably like 1. We have the first look that might be around like 4 or something like that. So around 3:30, I'll just be hanging out with everyone. And yeah, we should just do like everyone that I'm with. And yeah, I'll be my groomsmen, but also like all the other, like Jeff, like you, like I think Brandon will be there, like just all the guys. Like we can just do like a live. Got to keep the consistency. 3:30 on Friday.
I gotta buy some dress clothes this weekend.
Oh, you gotta buy some dress clothes?
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. I gotta do a few final planning things.
Where'd you get your suit at?
Men's Warehouse. Mm-hmm. We actually got, LOL, pretty sure your first look will be at 3:30. We got the scheduled email.
Who's that?
Shelby. What does she know? Well, Shelbs, we'll figure it out, you know? Maybe we can do the first look on Drink and Grow Rich. Because the live wedding, and people care about that because people who aren't coming to the wedding, because they're little scaredy cats, they are going to watch live on Instagram and Facebook, and I guess it's going to be on Shelby's Instagram and Facebook. And I was like, well, maybe mine too. She's like, no, Sean, now that we're married, you do whatever I say. And I'm like, oh boy. Nah, it's not like that. But actually, the podcast I had this week was with a dude, Alex from E from Electric, dude. He's so funny. He's an electric car guy, but I just had him on my podcast before to talk about electric cars. And that's really like his personality. He's a funny guy. So we kind of talked about a bunch of other shit. And he lives in California. And I had another podcast this week with someone else who's in California, and they all are moving. It's crazy that everybody's moving from California, which is insane. And I thought when I first heard it might have just been like, yeah, a couple people are moving from California and they're making it seem like it, or the media's just saying it, or it seems to be like, based on my research, very real that everyone's moving from California to somewhere else. Homeless people everywhere. I mean, it seems like if it was a stock or something, like it is really low, like I'd buy it right now. But I asked that to the guy, Alex, he's like, I only think it's gonna get worse. But he's funny, he was talking about how he can't get a date in Sacramento. He lives in Sacramento, and he's like, every time I have a date, I get stood up. I was laughing so hard. He's like, yeah, so now I've been scheduling my dates like just around my daily schedule. So then if I get stood up, I don't really have to ruin my day at all. I don't gotta go out of my way.
That's so smart.
So smart. You ever go on any dating apps, Brandon?
Tinder, OkCupid.
Now that you're slimming down, you get all the ladies.
Maybe.
It's only 10 pounds, but you're gonna keep going, baby.
Yeah.
180. That's what you're gonna get. Damn, I'm 182.2.
I don't think 180 would be healthy for me.
180 be too skinny for you. 180 is my like solid weight. If I'm a little heavy, I'm like 188, 189, but that's not bad.
Probably like 230 would be good for me.
230 would be good for you. If I was 230, that'd be bad. When I'm at like the heaviest I've ever been is like 204, 205, and I look bad. I look fat. I'm a fat motherfucker. But like 178 to 182 is like my solid range. But cheers, everybody. Waved all you guys. Someone throw some questions at me. What were we talking about last week? We were talking about was last week the 9/11?
Yeah.
9/11. We were talking about 9/11, and we were talking about what could happen to the country that would unite us. And actually, I was thinking about this later. Nico was saying the winning the World Cup, and the more I thought about that, I was like, that's true. That would like be really special. I'm waving everyone that comes in. Whoever asks me the best question, I get to Venmo them money so they can buy a 6-pack. And, someone's requesting to be in my live video, and it seems like a weird account. So let's give them a shot. He's got Stewie Griffin as his thing, and it's God of Kills. Remember that one time someone joined and it was like, he actually asked a genuine business question. It was a guy in a band, and he actually gave him like some good advice about how to like grow social media.
You like Chemical Romance?
No, it was the clown guy. What's up, God of Kills with a red screen? You got a question for me?
Who has the time to do that?
All right, man. Well, you could have done something weird or funny or creepy or scary. Oh, he left. Good times.
Who does that?
I like that guy. What's up? Wave. What does it look like when I wave? What does it say on your screen?
He waved at me.
K-Frad. Ask me a question, Kevin. We had a good time. You basically got your own personalized Drink and Grow Rich the other weekend for my mom's surprise party. We did a surprise party for my mom, and my mom who I'm picking up tonight. Am I drinking all of these? Damn, that's actually a good question. And so far, it's the winning question. So Kevin, my mom's coming into town tonight, and I got to pick her up at the airport at 8:20. I have Shelby too. So if I drink all these, then Shelby might drive, but I have a Tesla. So
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
But I don't know. We'll see how this Drink and Grow Rich goes. But any honeymoon plans this year? Connection lost, that guy said. No, it wasn't. It worked. You just got stage fright, God of Kills. But you can just ask me your question here. But honeymoon, I don't know, man. I don't fucking know. You already heard me answer that question before. If I was going on a honeymoon, you'd know. You ever try to catch like 100 in a row? That's what me and my brother do. 1, 2, 3. I can do 100. Let's try to get 10, 4. Well, we can't drop it unless we really suck. You guys have good hands, though.
I got really good hands.
All right, we can go forever. That would be funny if you showed up to the airport backed out. What's that mean? No, I was kidding. I know what you mean. Yeah, I mean, I'll probably be a little buzzed, whatever. God of Kills wants to request again to be in the video.
No, he's gonna do something weird.
All right, let's see what you got, God of Kills. Ask me a question. You gotta ask me a question. Preferably about business so we can drink and grow rich. Who'd win in a fight, Sean or Brandon? Probably me. Hey, what's up, God of Kills? How you doing? Hey, you guys got a question for me? You two little weirdos?
Hello.
Hey, what's going on, guys? What's your guys' names?
Tell your name. Archie.
If you don't ask me a question, I'm gonna X you out.
Is he British or what?
Are you British? Hello, Gobna. You boys fancy the Queen?
By the way, I'm not the one holding the phone.
Oh. Well. Alright, well you guys, come on. You didn't ask anything, so I'm leaving.
Do y'all want to be rich? Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I love British accents.
That's pretty
Imagine those two little boys in Britain like, oh my god, we're gonna go on Sean Lowery's show. Like, how did they even find that? Any chance of merging your and Shelb's company after you guys get married?
What?
And how would you propose a new name that incorporates both of your guys' brands?
What the fuck?
Jeff, sorry, you're a little out of it because we pretty much just have one brand now, and it's United Monograms. That's probably why you don't know, because United Teas, if United Teas was still going, you would know about it because that shit would be blown up. Like, but United Monograms is our main brand right now. United Teas still exists, but not really at all. United Monograms is the main focus of the company at this moment. So Lowery Brands is still the official name of the company because as we grow more like revenue streams and businesses in the future, it's all going to be incorporated under one name. But all of our focus is on the monogram business because that shit is blowing up. We have like 5,500 open orders right now. And it kind of sucks because we're getting people them like a little slower than we want to because we have so many orders and we're working on it. We just got 2 new machines. Just found out today that we got 2 new hires. So that'll bring us up to 15 employees, 16 employees. And I'm working every day on, it's not definite yet, but I'm finding out about my new 22,000 square foot building. And going into next year, that's gonna be the story. But I gotta get the SBA to approve the loan. I'm working on it. I had to write a 5-page essay this week. It's okay, Jeff. I understand.
So what's like the logical way to get it down to 3 to 5 days?
More machines, more people, so we can produce faster.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we don't want, I mean, or take less orders.
Yeah.
Which we never want to do. Our customers are very patient and they're kind and they're understanding when it takes a little longer, but it sucks. Whoops. Yeah, Jeff, United Teas, if that shit was still going, United Teas was great because it was patriotic, 4th of July, like America brand. And like, we got a little lost because around 4th of July, we were selling so many tank tops like Abe Lincoln, you know, all that, George Washington, all that stuff, like red, white, and booze. And then the rest of the year, that wasn't so much of a demand. So we kind of made it like a lifestyle brand a little bit. And dude, I mean, we had a couple hundreds of thousands of dollars of sales for United Teas. And as United Monograms started becoming more and more prevalent, I had to, at a certain point, it like slowly happened. And actually today when I was making my my SBA like business plan, I was putting it all together, I was looking back at the revenue from like 2015, 2016. It was actually around August 2017 where the company revenue was like basically United Monograms revenue. So 2015 and 2016, it was like 50-50. And then early 2017, it was still both brands. And then into late 2017, 2018, United Monograms took over. And I'm proud of my decision because it's just a business decision. This thing is taking off. There's an amazing niche here. The brand was clearly defined, understood, and taking the fuck off. And today, we're blowing up. And I was selling monogram girls clothing. And it was a smart decision business-wise. And it's actually, I was talking about this on a podcast lately, it's actually a big advantage to be able to sell something that you're not personally like invested in how you like it. Because then you just get to make business decisions. Pink, coffee t-shirts, good. Like I get to worry about the production and what the market likes. And I know the United Monograms customers so well. I know what they like. I know what they want. I know when they want it. And I just know it from experience. And me and Brandon were talking about this morning about like people say like in business, one of the most important things is like patience, right? And like you were getting a little impatient yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Impatience is so normal and so natural. Just kind of like, what else is natural? Just wanting to be rich quickly. And like you think if you start something that it's gonna happen right away. Like it's unnatural to understand that patience is what it takes, but business is all about patience and everything obviously takes time. And even if it's the most fastest growing business in the world, it's still going to take a year or a couple years. So like that's 700 days or whatever, 365 times 2, it's over 700 days. Like, so every single day it's like, okay, it's not happening today. It's not happening today, but you just have to be patient. And that is It's corny. It's standard, but it's one of the most important things in business. It's just understanding where you're going, being hyper focused on getting there, but understanding you're not going to be there today or tomorrow or next week, and not being annoyed by that at all. That's why it's all about loving the process. And for the Sixers, their process doesn't really suck. Want to know what's not fair about ripping on the Sixers though? Ben Simmons was hurt.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't have won shit.
No, because he can't shoot for shit.
I mean,
so he can
still
control the pace of the game.
this year, if Simmons was playing, then they had a chance to see what they would have done. I mean, dude, they almost beat the Raptors last year.
They're saying that since D'Antoni's leaving the Rockets, that Harden might leave. Would you trade Simmons or Embiid for Harden?
Like, which one would I trade for Harden?
Yeah.
I don't know, but because like that's a hard question. But I would say Simmons, just so then you have the center and the guard. I don't know though. But I know what I think about when you mentioned Harden.
Yeah.
This year I noticed how much I love Chris Paul, and I cannot believe they traded Westbrook for Chris Paul. Chris Paul is so much better. I don't know if you know about this, but TikTok is getting banned in the USA.
Sunday.
So I just saw that. And I still will believe it, like, when it happens. When I click on my TikTok app and it doesn't open, then I'll believe it. But first you heard about Microsoft buying it.
Now Oracle.
Then you heard about Oracle buying it. Someone told me Walmart might be trying to buy it. I heard about all different kinds of big companies trying to buy it, and no one's buying it. I don't completely understand. I know China's bad. Fuck China, they're our enemy, right? Like, I don't completely understand. I guess it's like data and like, but dude, I like weirdly kind of trust the government on certain things. Like the FDA, like if something's for sale at the grocery store, like I'm assuming it's not going to kill me. Like I kind of trust like the general, there's people out there that are smarter than me that are making these decisions. And not that they're smarter than me, but that's what they're focusing on. I'm focusing what I'm good at. And like, there's other people out there that are focused on that stuff. Like Edward Snowden, who's worried about security and stuff. Like, I don't really care about like phone security and stuff like that. But like, I'm glad that people are out there are worried about it. I am not going to be the one to solve the problem. But I know other people out there are worried about it. So like, I'm like, okay, other people are worried about it. Like, it matters, I guess. I don't believe it as well, but I bet Charlie D'Amelio is pissed about it. Right. Or something like that, as mainly on that app, and has most of their fans on there, etc. That's a great point. A lot of people have built a huge following on TikTok. And now they are going to lose access to millions of eyeballs that they just had the day before. And that sucks for business. It's unfair for Charlie D'Amelio and Addison Rae. It's not fair. It's not fair for them. But, I mean, life isn't fair. And guess who will be fine? Charlie D'Amelio, Addison Rae. That's why a personal brand, or a business brand for that sense, it's more powerful than the platform. You have to be more powerful than the platform. You have to be, yes, the algorithms and the strategy and the posting on each platform needs to be thought through, and it's important. But ultimately, Charlie D'Amelio is going to have some Instagram followers. She's going to have some YouTube followers. People know her. So it will hurt her that TikTok is down, but she's still her. So she will be fine. People know her. She was in a Super Bowl commercial. And she's going to find another way to use her likeliness to get eyeballs somewhere else because there's a demand for her. So it sucks for her. It sucks for them. I mean, Instagram Reels is the exact same thing. Like, so honestly, where do I think the TikTokers are going to go? I think they're going to go to Instagram Reels. Instagram destroyed Snapchat. Didn't destroy Snapchat. They pretty much took over a big market of Snapchat and Instagram. They didn't like overtake TikTok yet, but I think a lot of people have maybe been hearing this TikTok noise for the past month or two. So somebody who might have started there, United Monograms. We have a big following on all social platforms. 5,000 YouTube subscribers, 300,000 on TikTok, like 30,000 on Twitter, 140,000 on Instagram. We only have like 1,500 on TikTok. And we jumped on TikTok And we were doing like the celebrity monogram thing where we were posting about a celebrity and doing like a dance for like a little promo to try to get someone to repost our thing, whatever. Like we had a little TikTok strategy, but like we haven't been putting as much effort into it, partly because of the noise about it might go away. So it sucks, but the business lesson in it is don't be stuck to one platform. So that's the lesson. That's the lesson. And Addison Rae, she'll be fine. Who else is like that? When you think of TikTokers, the biggest ones, who do you think of? I think of those two.
Yeah, just those two.
Addison Rae, Charli D'Amelio. And like, are they the prettiest? Are they the best dancers? Like they're pretty good, but like it's more, I don't know.
They're not.
They got a little splash of luck, but they're also talented. And they also like, it's crazy how things like that work out. It's crazy that Addison Rae, Charli D'Amelio are so famous. And I want to know what I never knew. Dixie, her sister, is like older. I thought Charli was the older one. But she has a song. It's like, sometimes I don't want to be happy. And I saw there was like a rap remix to that song. But they got a little lucky, but they're also talented. And I'll believe TikTok is vanished when I click on the app and it's gone. Until then, I believe that there might be more to the story. Because, god damn, all those eyeballs, all that attention, all that, just to be banned by the government because of some weird shit. Like, we'll see what happens. I'm gonna take a sip. Cheers, everybody. Get your questions ready. Blue Moon, that's all I get now. The first couple of Dream Grow Riches,
You tried different.
I had like different things. I had like different six packs. Well, here's my brand. Pencil in the Air, collar plaid shirt, Blue Moon, Blue Eyes, and Fire Wisdom. Fade Recon sent a request to be in my live video. Should I do it?
Yeah.
All right, Fade Recon. Here's what I want. I want to. Oh, it went away. I want if you are going to request to be in the live video and I accept you, you need to come out with a hot question. So right now the winner is whoever asked that TikTok question. Aiden Norman is the winner as of this moment. What's my business? Google United Monograms. And then also Google the Sean Lowery Show. But mostly
Show.
What?
Show.
Well, the website is SeanLowery.show, or just type it into YouTube or whatever. But my business is United Monograms. It is a personalized girls' clothing business, and it is the #1 online shop for monograms. And it's very popular and is very successful, and I'm very proud of it. And it's so girly that I had to start a manly podcast about business to center it. But me and Brandon are in the early stages of trying to like grow up, build a media company. Even though he won't go to YouTube and just put those damn juice into those posts. I don't know why. I don't know why I won't do it.
I got a question.
Yeah.
I was saw that this guy was messaging you about his T-shirt splatter game.
Yeah, Zach Thomas, this guy I know from high school.
When will you want to get to the point where you're like producing other people's
Actually,
stuff?
swear to God, 5 seconds ago before this Dream Grow Rich,
You start thinking that?
No, my friend David Woodson from college said he just moved down here and said he started a business called Delivery Boy or something. And I was like, what? And he's like, yo, I want to like sell shirts and I want you to produce them for me. Literally, it was so weird. It was literally 5 seconds before I came on here. I have the perfect setup to do that. And other people sell shirts, we produce them, print them, and ship them out. Whenever I have extra bandwidth, that's when I want to do it. Right now, we have 5,000 open orders. We're blowing up. Every single second, someone's over there printing, embroidering, shipping a shirt on the weekends at night. Our machines are running from 7 in the morning to 11 at night. We have full-time shippers. Like, we have so many orders. We're about a $6-7 million business. And we have no more space and we have no more bandwidth. And what I'm working on every day is trying to move from my 35,000 square foot building to a 22,000 square foot building that I'm going to own early into next year. And when that happens, and when we are able to get 10-15 million in sales and still have some extra room, that's when I'll look into extra business models. I'm not going to stop the momentum of United Monograms to open another business and put a lot of effort into it, besides for the podcasting and stuff, just because I want to. Like, it has to make sense business-wise. So when there's some extra bandwidth, that's always been my plan. I think United Monograms could be a 30 million, 40 million, 50, 60 million dollar business. But that's not enough for me. I want to be way bigger than that. So once we're at 60, 70 million, then I'll be like, all right, how do we get to 300 million? And I think that is going to take another business model. And I'll be able to use my equipment to able to do that. And I think that is when I'll be looking at the business models like that. Like my friend, like I want to do it. I've done it for people before. But I really need to streamline it. I need to streamline it or else I'm not interested. I'm only interested in a business that I can streamline. If it's something that I got to go out of my way to do, not interested. And that's a great advice for business people. Business people need to streamline things, make them part of a system, or else it's not worth it. With the wedding coming up, have you or Shelby thought about monograms or wedding attire, pocket square socks? Shelby doesn't want to have that many monograms at her wedding. Everyone always asks her, like, are you going to monogram your dress? Are you going to monogram your veil? Are you going to monogram? And, like, I think we have one monogram that's going to be on, like, the main bar. That's, like, a wooden monogram. But there might not be as many monograms as you expect. And for the men, I got like American flag socks, which I feel like is pretty standard, but pretty sweet. And not as many not that many monograms. Even though we're like the monogram couple, there won't be as many monograms as you might expect, because even our wedding planner was like, oh, we'll have like a monogrammed like light on the wall, we'll have a monogram on every station. And for some reason, Shelby just says, I don't know. For some reason, she doesn't want that many monograms. Maybe because we see them all day, all the time. IDFC. I don't fucking care.
You said that.
Not necessarily your wedding, but in general. Oh, you mean like? I thought you said wedding. Well, you said with the wedding coming up. Have you thought? Oh, but you mean like, okay, wedding attire to sell it. Honestly, like, our business model that we get out amazingly, and I was just talking about streamlining things and how important that is in business. We have the machines that can print on t-shirts, sweatshirts, and like flat shirts. So we can do all those. And then our other machines can print on like all different kinds of sweatshirts with zippers and buttons. So like the main thing we sell is tops. And recently we created a new department, vinyl. It can do face masks, it can do cups, but we're not that efficient in it yet. So we haven't done any sales or promotions for it. So like, anything that takes like a different machine to produce, it's like, okay, we could probably start selling them and get like 1,000 orders. Then we get 1,000 orders and we're like, fuck.
You gotta make it 1,000.
Yeah, so we slowly are building up like a new department right now, which is vinyl, and that can sell some new products. Like our embroiderers can do 19 an hour, and like we used to do leggings, and I think I could sell so many fucking leggings because everything we sell goes with leggings. But we started and like we messed up one out of every two, so like we just stopped selling them. So I stopped selling a product that I could make hundreds of thousands of dollars of revenue on just because it was a little inconvenient in our system. And that's how important streamlining things is. So with good time, with smart, planned out decisions, we will start to add new products. We just added coffee cups, face masks, and tumblers, cups to the website. And that's a big deal. And we got a couple hundred orders, and we're handling them. And we're trying to put the system in place. And then once we can put an employee in place and we can clock the hourly average and make it part of our system, then we can start getting sales on it and ramping it up, putting production on it. So we're slowly bringing new processes into our production. But if it's not streamlined, then we don't care. So that is what's important. So we're slowly doing that. And we have no space. So once we get this big ass building in the beginning of next year, then we will be able to experiment with more stuff like this. But we have little bandwidth with our space. We have little bandwidth with our staff. Like, we are in this little building, and we're like easily 2 times as big as our building. So if you walk over to our building right now, there's boxes and people in every single square inch. There's nowhere to walk. There's nowhere to turn. We just had an employee who's leaving today, and we had a company lunch. And we like squeezed in a little table. And we had Chick-fil-A on our last day. And it's a good problem to have. I'm not complaining. But anytime someone says to me like, oh, what about like this little idea? I'm like, okay, it's either that or $10,000 in sales tomorrow. It's something we're already doing like really well. And that money can go towards the new building. So Streamlining is everything. Processes. Or else it's a waste. I never really thought about it, but I have a factory. I have a goddamn factory, a production facility. All right, I'm giving you a chance.
Who?
Tom F.R. Mig. Declined. Stage fright. You got stage fright, boy. Okay, he's doing it again. I'm getting these declined again. All right, now he's fucking with me. All right, that's pretty funny then. Kelly Grady, what's up? You got your own personalized Dream Grow Rich the other night. We had so much fun at the thing. Splatter merch. Yo, Zach Thomas, what's up? Yo, let me give you a piece of advice, Zach Thomas. You got your new site, you're selling shit, you're pushing shit, you got your site up, you're ready to sell products, you're ready to produce it. Give before you ask. No one knows what the fuck Splatter merch is or Splatter gang. Like, it takes a long time to build a brand. So if you want to sell something that just has your brand on it that no one knows yet, like, that's one of the hardest things to do. So just do a lot of giving before asking. Fuck no. What do you mean fuck no, Tom MR? I'm not hitting you again. No, I hit you twice and you said declined. You're a troll. But what else you guys got? Brandon, ask me a question. Are you having a Dream Grow Rich next Friday on your wedding day? We will see. Shelly just told me 3:30 is when we do our first look.
What's your favorite advice from the book? Think and Grow Rich.
You never read Think and Grow Rich, have you?
Yeah.
I've talked about it a little bit before. Drink and Grow The name of the show, Drink and Grow Rich, if you don't know, it's based off of the greatest book of all time that changed my life. The book? Do you know anything about the book?
No, it's by Napoleon Hill.
Do you know what Napoleon Hill, who he is?
I Wikipedia him, but I forgot everything.
So why'd you even Wikipedia him if you're going to forget? Napoleon Hill was hired by Andrew Carnegie. You know who Andrew Carnegie is?
Yes.
Who is he?
He's a rich motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, it's essentially true. He was one of the 1920s eras.
Was he still?
He's dead.
No, was he like in the steel industry?
Steel.
Yeah.
Oh, I think he said still. Yes. Andrew Carnegie was steel, as rich as any man has ever been. He's like the Bezos of his time. He hired this guy, Napoleon Hill, to study successful people and find everything out about them and write a book about how to be successful, basically. Huh? And what he learned, here's the quick summary of the book Think and Grow Rich. The book that changed my fucking life, no joke. Read the book. One day my life was this. Read this book. I was 19, and then my life has been on a trajectory since then. The book changed my life when I was 19. The summary of the book is, your thoughts can become reality over time. If you decide exactly who you want to be, exactly to a T, you can become that person. I want to be Jeff Bezos. I want to be a multi-millionaire, multi-billionaire, and I've been planning on being that person since I've been 19 years old. You make like basically a character, a picture, a vision of exactly who you want to be, exactly, with no like maybe this, maybe that, exactly who you want to be. And then you tell your subconscious mind, you close your eyes and envision being that person already, and you do it every single day. Actually, in the book, I don't even do this right now, but in the book, it says write it down very precisely to a T. And then just read it 50 times a day, 100 times a day. Convince your subconscious mind that you already are that person. And then over time, you'll become that person. It was news to me when I read it. It was the craziest thing I've ever read. And there's a lot more details in it. There's examples. But that's essentially the book. Decide exactly who you want to be. And then start every single day. Envision that person. Close your eyes and just think about that person. Think about that person. Think about that person. And it's crazy how, like, weirdly, the brain is weird. And weirdly, slowly but surely, you're like, if there were a situation where the old you might have done this, but for the last 4 months, you were imagining that you were this person that you want to be, the new you will do something else. It's crazy. Slowly but surely, you start to become this person, and you start to take different actions to become the exact person that you envisioned. That's essentially the entire book. And I mean, I'm sure the book is written better than I just explained it.
Did you read the updated version or the old version?
I probably read them both, but it doesn't matter. I read the old version. The updated version just has a few different like stories, but it's the same points. You think Jeff Bezos and Amazon should pay their taxes? As a taxpayer and as an American citizen, I think they should. And I honestly am not opposed to breaking up Amazon. I'm not. If I were Jeff Bezos, I would do everything in my power to pay as little taxes as possible. It's not his fault that he's not paying them. Why the fuck should he? He should do everything he can not to. He's not some righteous brother. I mean, he employs a lot of people. He's made amazing lives for many people. He's done a lot of good for the world. So he doesn't have to pay more taxes if he can do everything he can. But one of the reasons Teddy Roosevelt is my favorite president of all time, if some companies own every single market, that's not fair for new entrepreneurs. If one day in 10 years, 20 years, 100 years, Amazon owns everything. They own the local grocery store and your online shopping and all your food and your drinks and your entertainment. Then how are new entrepreneurs supposed to start? It's not fair. And America is supposed to be a country where it's a fair market. It's a free market, but it's a fair market. And if you get your ass kicked, that's your problem. But monopolies are illegal. And I think we should fucking break up Amazon into a million little pieces. But that's me being selfish as a person who's an entrepreneur and wants to maybe pick up some of those pieces, you know? But if I were Bezos, I would do exactly what he's doing. He is, I talked before about Charlie D'Amelio and Addison Rae, and talent and opportunity combined with a stroke of luck. Like Jeff Bezos has a little bit of that too. He's incredibly smart, incredibly talented, amazing business person. He's hit with a little stroke of luck as far as timing, but he is an incredible entrepreneur who should be admired in every single way. I have no negative things to say about him. But hey, if Amazon gets broken up into a million little pieces, fine with me. Fine with me. You ever read Atlas Shrugged? I feel like you liked it. No. And most of the times when people ask me if I read a book,
it's like a high school book, I remember.
Most of the times when people ask me if I read a book, I say, I've heard of it, I know about it, but I've never read it. I never even heard of that. I was actually, I was talking about going through this SBA loan and I'm dealing with these banks and this loan and all this stuff. And this lady told me to read this book called Profit First. And I've heard about it. It's about like having 10 different bank accounts. And I'm like, you just want me to have more bank accounts, you banker. That was off topic a little bit, but no, what's that book about? It's interesting. What up? Brandon 2828.
Google it.
You know what? Oh yeah, I have Google up in case anyone wants to Google anything. I don't really care. Atlas Shrugged.
It's just
Is it a story?
It was just a famous book that all our high schoolers.
I remember someone told me to read this book called The Alchemist.
Yes! I read it.
Stupidest fucking book ever.
You read it?
Yeah, I read it. It all like turned to gold dust at the end or something. What the fuck was that?
It's basically like The Secret.
I understand like the principles of it, but when you put it in story form, it's so fucking stupid. No, literally at the end of that book,
it's for like middle school.
Everything turned to gold dust. Right? Isn't that right?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Why did you read it then? That is
The biggest thing I remember from that book is like, he travels all this far places.
He like works really hard and everything like works out for him.
And
it's about like perseverance and persistence and like just believing in like the magic stuff that is life. And like if you work hard enough and opportunity meets luck, meets preparation, then a spark can fly. But they put it in like a literal form. And see, like, it's funny because I read a lot of books. And you're saying like you just read a Wikipedia page, you read a book, and you forgot. Like, that is pointless then. Like, I like to read these books, and like people ask me, like, I read this book by Tony Robbins, and it was like a fucking 2,000 pages. It was actually an audiobook, and I listened to it, and it was like 18 hours. And it was called like Tony Robbins Money Book. Like, do I remember every single thing from it? No. But I do remember like the principles of the book. Every time Tony Robbins Money, Master the Game. Every single time I read a book or I like take a message, I know that I'm not going to remember every single detail. But I always, at the very end of it, because you don't remember, you know, brains don't remember things. Brains remember remembering things. Brains remember memories. So, at the end of the book, if I physically read it, I close it and I look at it and I think about it and I say, what am I going to remember from this book? What am I going to remember from this book? Then every time I recall the book, I recall what I remembered about the book at the end. Brains do not have, they have terrible memories. Apparently Elon Musk's Neuralink will be able to inject in your head and be able to recall memories, which is crazy. But brains don't remember things that happen. They remember how you remember them. So, what's the lesson from that? Make your memory of something that's important the right memory. Because you're not going to remember the situation. You're just going to remember how you recall it. Even if you had a crazy night out drinking and all your boys were fucked up, you had a crazy time, the next morning when you're hungover and you recall those memories, later on when you recall that, you're going to recall the next morning when you recall the memories. Brains remember remembering things. They don't remember the actual situation. So every time you read something or you watch something, stop and like be like, okay, whenever I remember this, what am I going to remember from it? Summarize it in your brain so that when you recall it, you can pull up those notes. That's great fucking advice, actually. Like, you just said twice you read something and have no idea.
Yeah.
So that's good advice for you.
Yeah.
Like, and I do that naturally. I'm trying to think of an example, but like, every time I do something important or read something important or recall something important or watch a news story or watch an event or watch like a Trump rally or a debate, like I'm always saying like, okay, what are the takeaways? And like, honestly, I don't think that like in words in my head. I've already gotten good enough at that to like do it naturally. But I remember what I'm going to remember about it, and then that's what I remember when I'm remembering it. That makes perfect sense, and that is actually pretty fucking wise. That's advice for you then, Brandon.
Yeah, it's good advice.
It is fucking good advice.
That's going to be one of the clips.
It's actually fucking great advice. Brains don't remember memories. They remember what they remember about the memories. They remember remembering it. And if you slow that down and break it down and think about it, it'll make sense. They remember what they remembered about it. They're not recalling, okay, this is the time and event when something happens. This is when you first recalled it in your brain, right here. Now you're right here and you want to recall this event. You're not recalling this event. You're not. You're recalling this memory of this event. That is what summaries are, and that's so important. Literally, my friend Nico, and I always say this, and it's fucking true, and I'm always like proud of myself when this happens. I have an ability, or I don't know, I forget negative memories. My brain, I always say this, my brain erases negative memories. Now that I'm thinking about it, I just don't recall them, so my brain has nothing to remember. My friend Nico told me this story from college. He said it was like his 21st birthday, and he's 1 month younger than me or 2 months younger than me. And he said, we went to go get beer, and he said, these cops were like, what are you guys doing or whatever? And he's like, it's my 21st birthday, and I was like 21 in 1 month. And apparently the cops put us on the ground and were like fucking with us and like giving us a hard time. And like we drove off, and Nico said I was like mouthing off to the cops. He told me this story like a couple months ago. No recollection of it. I had no recollection of this event. And the reason is, I don't think we ever really talked about it after. I was pissed, I was annoyed. So the event happened, and then I didn't like fucking think about it, or I was just like, fuck that. And then when it came time couple years later, well, I guess we were probably 21 and 31, so 10 years later when he recalled the event, I had no recollection of it because I never summarized it to myself. Because everyone's remembering is unique, even if you're at the same event. Exactly. Because the event is the same to everybody. But when the event is over, people's recollection of it is different because some people might remember it 1 second later, and then those people are going to be the most accurate because they're recollecting it 1 second later. A couple other people might like not think about it for a day or two and then be like, oh, yesterday was fun. A couple people maybe half hour later, but like everyone is recalling it at a different time. And that means that they're going to tell themselves a little bit of a different story. And then when they go back to remember it later, they're going to remember what they remembered from it. So like, if you are at an event and it's happening and you tell everyone right away, everyone shut up, turn off the music, everyone stop. Everyone remember this exactly how it is. Stop. Everyone remember exactly how it is. And then 3 days later, a year later, you ask people to remember it, it'll be much more accurate because then they can recall them recalling it. It's actually really fucking cool. And that's how the brain works. And that's goofy how the brain works like that. And I can't explain how the brain works like that. But I also can't explain that's how the brain works in the book Think and Grow Rich, which changed my life. And I didn't invent the brain, but I have one. And if you know how it works, you can really do some damage in life. And by damage, I mean good. You can really do awesome in life. So that's one thing I was talking about today with my employees. Like I was a B student. Like I'm no fucking brainiac, but over the years, one thing I've really focused on is knowing how the brain works. And like, it's a simple thing that people can learn. And I didn't think of the things. I researched them and then implemented them over a period of time. And it was like, oh, that does work like that. And like, the brain is just a tool. A hammer is nothing if you try to eat sushi with it. A screwdriver is not great for cleaning your ears. Like, you have to know how to use the tools and what they're for. If you want to screw a screwdriver is great for that. A screwdriver is great for screwing a screw. A screwdriver is terrible for being your coronavirus buddy who you're stuck inside with, and it's the only person you can talk to. If you're talking to a screwdriver, that's not what a screwdriver's for. Screwdriver's for screwing a screw. So if you have this tool, which is great, but you don't know how to use it, well, then you're an idiot. Or you just haven't attempted to put the effort in to learn how the tool works. What's more important than the brain? I put a lot of effort in to learn how the brain works. I've read a lot of books. I've been obsessed with it. And now I know how the brain works, and I'm interested in learning more as always. But like, I think that's one of my things that's like helped me out is knowing how it works and then manipulating it to myself. What's the book? The book is Think and Grow Rich. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Not many books can be written in the 1930s, 1920s and still be just as amazing of a read till this day. The book is a special book. It's got a moment in time. It's right behind my desk, and it's all like beat up because I read it so many times. And that is the fundamentals of the name of this show. This show is called Drink and Grow Rich. Do you get it now? Cheers. I'm gonna drink out of the. Cheers. What do I do? I already talked about that. I'm an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur, what's that? That's like French. I swear, it's the hardest word to spell. I guarantee you don't know how to spell it.
I do.
How do you spell it?
ENTREPRENEUR.
That's right.
I spelled it so many times, like, just...
Yeah, dude. One of the problems is spell check, like... Sorry, I got a call. Spell check, like, fixes it for you so many times. Entrepreneur is a very hard word to spell. One of else is a hard word to spell. Wednesday I got down. That used to be hard. I can't think of it, but there's this word that I always have trouble spelling. A lot of words are hard to spell. Spelling is stupid. Do you guys think like punctuation matters? Like, will you judge somebody who is like has bad spelling and punctuation?
I think women do it more than men do.
Have you ever poked yourself with your pencil? Moxie Mom, that's... No, I never... no, because... How? How could I poke myself? I appreciate the pencil comment, but no, I never poked myself. Do you think spelling and punctuation matter?
No, only in school.
Here's what I think matters more than spelling and punctuation. Communication. Communication is a skill, it's an art, it's a talent, it's something that needs to be different in different situations. Communication is so important. Communication is the key to life. So, as long as you're communicating well, and I mean that in like a not a literal sense, like, no, keep that off, it's loud. As long as you're communicating well and like people understand you and they like you, like, and when I mean well, I mean different things in different situations. Like, it doesn't matter if you use the YOU or the U. Like, different situations might call for different things though. Like, if I write in my SBA application, I put a U, that's bad communication. Like, because that's not the form for that thing. So understanding when to use different abbreviations in different settings, it doesn't matter. It just matters about communication. So I want to know what I like. I like semicolons. I like little dashes. And I personally like to, if you look at my tweets, I capitalize a lot of weird letters. I capitalize letters that don't need to be capitalized, but I do it on purpose. Well, not really on purpose. It's a little bit natural, but kind of on purpose, just because like I just feel like this should be capitalized, and it's not proper, but I just want to. So like that's me communicating. So
I use a lot of ends and buts at the beginning of sentences because I found out like it's not grammatically incorrect. You can use it.
Yeah. So like I personally don't give a fuck about the grammatically correct part.
Yeah.
But if it sounds weird, if something's off about it, then I'm like, ooh, that doesn't look right. Like, so I don't care who makes the fucking rules about, like, but I'm not saying that I don't judge any type of communication. Like, there are certain things that I'm like, ooh, that's not the right time to use that or that. Like, and there's no rule. It's just made up rules in my head, and that's what I go by. And it's not right or wrong. I got to pee. You want to take over?
Sure, yeah.
All right, tell people how, everyone, Brandon lost 12 pounds. Give him some support because you got to lose more. First 12 is the easiest. I got pee real bad.
Everyone in the room, what's up? I got this lighting on me. Hello? Hello? Wave. Ali Al Mali. Sean just went to the bathroom. How are y'all doing? Any question? Oh, thank you, Moxie Mom. Yep, I'm on a weight loss journey. We're gonna put out another video soon. Sean has a pencil, I have a pen. Brandon, you're gonna be at the weigh next week. Yes, I will be. I'm actually gonna do some video too. I'm gonna be I'm gonna take a video of it too. I'm an old fat lady in Florida. Good for you. Don't say that about yourself. Florida is like the best place. Like, I'm pretty sure like there's a lot of gyms nearby. We're at in Florida. BTX stunner. Well, I'm not old, but I'm very fat though. BTX stunner join a wave. Haley Colfoy join. Sean is peeing. He will come back in a moment's notice. Ask me a question though. I am the producer of the Sean Lowery Show. You're an Eagles? Yes, I am. Yep. I was born in Philadelphia. I'm a diehard Eagles and 76ers fan. This is kind of fun. Maxima. You're a great supporter of Sean and United Monograms. I appreciate it. And I notice. Son went to LaSalle University. I mean, I know Philly, but I don't know. What made you make the move to Charleston? How did you get involved with Sean? I moved to South Carolina after I was kind of born. My dad's side lives in Philly. I love Sean, Moxie Mom says. But I've always been in South Carolina. And I moved to Charleston to move with my older brother for a better city, more opportunity. And I found Sean after quitting my job of 2 years and pest control. I went to school for video though, and editing. At USC, the Gamecocks. We have Go Cox on our t-shirt. The best mascot in college. Jets fans here. That is rough, Doug. Sam Darnold is never going to win a championship. Bell is old. And y'all have Adam Gase, right? He has weird eyes. This is kind of fun. There we go.
It's like Hoppy, and it's like one of my favorite scenes in Friends is it's Ross and Paul Rudd, and like they get together and he's like, they have nothing to talk about. You ever watch Friends?
No.
Amazing show, but they have nothing to talk about, and like he's like, how's the beer? He's like, actually, it's a lager. And like, he just have nothing to...
Well, someone asked what do you think of Wentz's performance. He sucks when you get a new quarterback. Good one, Sean, said Moxie Mom.
Thanks, Moxie Mom. Moxie Mom, I'm picking up my real mom
Dang,
tonight.
I already had a burp.
I'm picking up my real mom tonight from the airport.
Your real mom.
I want to talk about Space Jam 2 at some point.
You want to hop on and talk about it?
Yeah, let me get back on. Guys, how did Brandon do? How did Brandon do? They said, Brandon's a piece of shit, and he smells like crap, and I hate him. Not good reviews. Brandon sucks. No, I'm just kidding. He's too young for Friends? I don't know. Like, I'm too young for Friends as far as, like, it wasn't on when I didn't watch it, like, when it aired, like, on NBC on Thursday nights or whatever. I watched it on, like, Netflix and reruns later. Something about that show, it's so corny and so stupid, but it's just so funny. I love Friends. Where's my real mom live? My real mom, not my Moxie mom, my proxy mom, my real mom. My real mom lives in, where's she live again? I was kidding. She lives in Philly, right outside of Philly, Conshohocken, Plymouth Meeting. What's my signature drink next week? Dude, I don't think we have one. I remember that was a big thing at your wedding, Jeff. You had amazing drinks. Like, I think you had Moscow Mules or something that's similar to that. It was so fucking good. But I don't know. If I don't know that answer by now, then I don't know. Where's Brandon's channel? Follow him on Instagram at Film by Brandon. Brandon is amazing. Like, if you ever follow me on Instagram, all the like edited stuff, like that's all him. Like, I could never do that stuff. And he wants to lose 60 pounds at least to start, and he's been 1 month since we set a goal. One day he was having trouble. I sat down at my desk. I said, Brandon, we gotta lose this weight. What are we gonna do? And I said, I'm no nutritionist. I don't know everything, but the one thing I can do to help you is let's put it out there and make you accountable to lose the weight. Let's put it on my Instagram, your Instagram. Like, if you tell the world that you're gonna lose the weight, then when you're gonna have that one more bite of food, and before it didn't matter, now it will matter. So, like, I've been trying to do my part, because he's a great friend, he's been great for me. I've been trying to do my part by putting him in front of the camera and just, like, making him accountable. So, every month we've been posting about his weight loss, and it's been 1 month, and he lost 12 pounds, and he's got to keep doing it. So, I'm very excited for him. 13th Street Cocktails. OTF, Brandon. I dropped almost 20 pounds before the wedding. Jeff, yeah. I remember the one time you showed me a picture of you and you were fat. And, like, now you're not. And so you know a thing or two about losing weight. Orange Theory Fitness, I go every single day. 6 days a week, usually sometimes 7. Never 4. Always more than 4 days a week. Going in the shower, I miss you already? Alright, proxy mom. Good advice. It sucks trying to lose weight and start drinking water. Yeah. I mean, and also, one of my good friends, B-May, my friend from college, he has like a health and fitness program, and he's actually like, he's jacked, he's in great shape, and I paid for it to sign Brandon up for it, and he's already given him some good advice about like fruit smoothies he thought was healthy, and apparently they're not. So between the putting it out there and being held accountable by doing a weigh-in live every month and making content from it, and the weight loss coach, Brandon's gonna do it. He's gonna lose the weight. 250 pre-deployment to Afghanistan, 180 on return. Okay, so it was the military. That was the main thing. So I should sign Brandon up for the military. God bless the military, man. I love like 9/11. Did you guys notice that something about this 9/11 was a little more like 9/11 happens once a year on September 11th, and like it's been 20 years, and I feel like every like 3 or 4 years, like everyone gets on board and they're like way more into it than they are other years, and I feel like this year was like 9/11 was really special this year, and I don't know why, but it just makes you think about all those cops, all this like. I remember saying this to you, Jeff, like, the one time I bought you a drink, and, like, I was like, God damn, we have different roles in society. Like, I'm a businessman, I provide jobs, and, like, and the whole thing about entrepreneurs is they're run by like, a profit motive. Like, they are, like, egotistical, they're kind of selfish, and, like, they try to make money for themselves, but it actually works out really good for society because capitalism is a great system, and they provide jobs for people, they provide products and services at a good price for people, and like, I guess I'm one of those guys. I provide a great role to society. I couldn't exist without fucking cops and the military and firefighters, people who protect this beautiful land that we have, and I'm just so fucking thankful that there's all different kinds of people. Oh. I don't know what happened there. Sorry, it got cut off. But I am so just thankful that there's all these different elements of society, for one thing. And then from the point of view that where I'm at in society, I'm so thankful that there's the people that are protecting us. And it's just, I fucking mean it. Like, I'm not trying to be corny. How many employees do I have? 15, 14, 16. 15 today, 14 tomorrow. We just had a goodbye lunch for this one girl, Kristen, a great employee who's moving on. She wants to nanny somewhere closer to home. She's been a great employee, great part of the company. But we're hiring someone to replace her, named Lindsay Alice, and then we're hiring someone else. So on Monday, we'll have 16 employees. Well, 15 because the other girl doesn't start till next week. But that's the idea, 15, 16, and that maximizes out our current building. 9/11 seemed like it happened yesterday. Have you ever visited the memorial? I've never visited the memorial, but I feel like I have because I've thought about it so much, and I've visited the memorial in my mind as far as respecting 9/11, and I feel like I've seen so many pictures and stuff, but I've never physically been to the memorial, I don't think. But, god damn, man. And last week on Drink Grow Rich, this was like basically the main topic. We were talking about how obviously it's a terrible thing, but it was the last time our country was like 100%, 99% united, and it was a beautiful thing. In politics these days, I got my thoughts, I got my opinions, but like, I do really like enjoy when the country is united, and I strive for that. And I'm a moderate. If you ask me, are you left? Are you right? What's your political thoughts? Like, I'm very strictly one thing. I'm a centrist. Like, I'm a moderate, and I kind of lean right a little bit right now. I need to go to the. I need to go. I need to get off. No, I need to go to the memorial. I think you mean. You either mean I need to go to the memorial, or you mean I need to go and get off this thing. No, I know. I would love to go. I would love to go. I've been to New York like many times since then. I'd love to go. I'd love to go. But I feel like I lean a little right now because like I feel like the left like hates the country, and like that's, you gotta love the country because that's all we have is the country. So like I love the American flag. I got an American flag outside my house, hanging outside my house. And when Jeff came to visit me, Jeff was in here. I remember we pulled out of the driveway, and the American flag was kind of like hanging on like the wind blew, and it was like hanging. And he got out of the car. He's like, I gotta go fix that American flag. Both? How is Shelby doing this week? Damn, actually, Dream Grow Rich used to shut us off after an hour. Now it just lets us go forever. So maybe I do need to go. But how's Shelby doing this week? She's doing amazing like she does every week. Everyone always thinks about like the stress of the wedding and everything. We're supposed to have it in April. I feel like me and Shelby are very good at this in general, but especially now, we're not stressed, we're just excited. It's gonna be a great time, everything's gonna go great, and we're very excited. Damn right, baby. So back to the main theme of this Drink Grow Rich, as we're wrapping it up. What am I gonna remember? Well, actually, the funny thing is about the remembering shit is we got it filmed now, so I don't really need to remember it because we can look it up later. But when I look back at the Drink Grow Rich, I'm gonna remember that I talked about remembering. I'm gonna remember Rachel, Moxie Mom, Jeff, and I think Jeff's gonna be the winner. Jeff is the winner. Jeff, you win. You win. You win this free 6-pack because you goddamn protect this country as a cop, as a military man. And you asked a good question about United Teas and the monogram shit. And I forgot this doesn't shut us off after an hour.
Yeah.
Shelby's aunt was like, the 9/11 memorial. And then she's like, you gotta go. And I was like, you mean I gotta go off of here? Or I gotta go to the memorial? And then she was like, both. You guys are so positive. Please make sure you enjoy your day. That's the plan, baby. All right. Peace and love. I love all you guys. And remember your memories so you can remember them later of your memory of your memory. Peace out.